the beauty, and that's the beauty of it, bro. Because a lot of people are saying like, "Yo, listen, like in the like beginning pictures, like we were like babies. I didn't even have a beard. I had no hair. You know, you
couldn't
had
grow a
hair
beard back then.
right, right. You had hair. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So it was like so much. It's crazy to see the transformation between, you know, from what it was.
Hold on, let's
now,
save
bro.
this. Let's save this and have it into because we can use this with the therapy session. Start off with that, and then we can kind of dive into different shit.
I'm already recording.
Get the fuck out of here! You've been recording this whole time.
Not the whole time, but I just hit record maybe like 30 seconds ago.
I bang with you for that one. We not even listen, people. This is BTB Therapy Sessions Part 1. I am Dean. That over there is Afro Man Los. And listen, we're going to give you something a little bit different. Not really different, but, you know, we're just going to kind of bring it back to the basics in the sense of, you know, we're still going to be doing interviews with other people, all the kind of hot shit, but we're also going to be giving y'all weekly updates in regards to just, you know, what we're thinking and just kind of like, you know, our ideas, not only for the brand moving forward, but for our own personal selves. We may even get into our own personal lives sometimes, but just really kind of breaking down. Cause you know, there's one thing that Los and I were talking about before, which is this black men in America. It is fucking difficult. Like no matter what you believe, no matter what side of the fence you fall on, if you're black in America, you are dealing with one hell of an identity crisis at times.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, you're right. Go ahead.
Because you know what, like I was like, and you know what, here's an easy segue. I'll get into it, right? So one thing I've noticed within our community that kind of really irks and grinds me is how, okay, so we have our conservative brothers and sisters, right, online or whatever the case may be. And it's wild to me how we call them coons and like they're traitors to the race and that they're not black or this, that, and the third. And it's kind of like the thing that kind of confuses me about that is that like who has the power to say someone's black or not black? Like if we take that one compound statement, right? Saying you're calling another black person not black, that in itself is a form of white supremacy to me. You don't have to agree with everybody not necessarily your brothers and sisters, you see what I'm saying? But you can't just disqualify somebody's black card because of something that they fucking believe. It's absolutely ridiculous. And then what they don't understand is that mob mentality, that mob thinking, nothing good comes from some shit like that when you're just creating a clear division in the race based off of that, because then we get into the conversation of what the fuck is being black. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then where did you get that fucking preconceived notion from? You were born and you've been living in America this whole time. So then subconsciously, are you always thinking that, you know, black people have to think one way, only do one thing? Because then if so, then you're just you yourself have fucking issue. You need to go sit on somebody's fucking couch. And to be honest with you, you're fueling white supremacy. That's how I feel. And then that, to be honest with you, creates a fucking issue within myself because I'm not a conservative by any means necessary, but I'm also not a liberal. I'm just here for the liberation of black people in general, what I believe is right and what I believe is wrong. So there are times that I'm going to go on either side of the aisle, depending on what the issue is. But to me, it's absolutely baffling sometimes the things that I can see online and the shit that people are saying. It's kind of like and then they swear that they're right. And it's like, you are only looking at this from one viewpoint, one way. And honestly, is the wrong viewpoint, because I'm going to argue that fucking your notion of what black people are at times at a base level, at a base root, is false, because that's only one kind of black person you may have been around. We come in all shapes and sizes. That's the beautiful thing about fucking, you know, going to college. You realize not only did you meet a whole bunch of different kind of people, you meet a whole bunch of other different kind of black people. Even if you went to an all black high school, when you go away to school, you realize, oh shit, you got some Southern black folks who are cowboys, who are farmers, who are country. You see what I'm saying? Then you got some who are fucking, you know, come from really wealthy neighborhoods. Then you just got the regular degular dudes. You know what I'm saying? We come in all shapes and sizes. So to put us all in a box, if you're black or not, is disgusting.
And that's the thing too. Is like, who are you to say? What are you? The chancellor on blackness? Like, who are you to say like who was black and who wasn't? You know what I mean? So that's another thing too. And that's very. In times like this now, we're suffering from attack on the black identity. You know, with things that are going on. You know, we're harming ourselves, and then we're also like, you know, suffered from society. You know, so it's just like and then we have to normalize not normalize, but basically kind of we have to denormalize the fact that we need Black lives to be sacrificed in order to make some kind of social change, some kind of change in general. You know what I'm saying? We have to get away from that notion because that's not what it necessarily needs to take. Yes, it's shocking. Yes, it gets people talking about things, but doesn't mean that we have to sacrifice our lives for conversation purposes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't be that. You know what I mean? Because like we're saying is like we're trying to say that Black lives matter. Period. You know what I'm saying? By saying we're screaming they matter, and then by us screaming that they matter, we are now have a conversation, but nothing is being changed. So it's like it still doesn't. We're still saying that they matter, but it's not. We're not even getting to the point where they do matter. Where, you know, like for instance, my point here is like Breonna Taylor's family. You know, they got the settlement with everything. Okay, cool. But that doesn't bring back what she did, she's gone. You can't bring her back. There's no justice in terms of getting the.
Did you hear the whole thing surrounding that?
I didn't, but I knew that I saw that there was some kind of thing with they're trying to work something out in court to get the family some money, and that's
I'm talking about the alleged they have released some clips basically trying to state that basically it was basically stating that the dude that she was dating, I guess allegedly. I'm saying this allegedly, but like I saw some of the court documents, but then once again, people can fake shit. So I don't know what's real or what's, you know what I mean? Like this is just, it could be, I'm just saying what it is. So what people have released. It's some shit saying that like, her boyfriend was like in some like drug dealing, like was like into some like some drug shit or whatever.
Well, yeah, that's what I think they're trying to pin on him, and then that's what they also trying to say like he didn't take the plea agreement because he was like, this is not what happened.
But what they're also trying to say is that like Breonna knew about it, and then like she was, I guess, because everybody's saying that she was in her bed. Mm-hmm. They're trying to state that like what happened was Breonna was standing, cops breached. Old boy thought that it was like one of the competitors, the ops. They start busting back and forth, yada yada yada. That's how she died allegedly. But once again, I don't know how true that is because motherfuckers a lot of black people every day. So,
and that's the number one thing we gotta understand how to sift through that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Is yes, the truth is not on social media. Yes, the truth is not on the news. But we have to take those and find our own truth. With our own type of research. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't even say find our own truth though, because I think the truth is out there. We just have to stop. We just have to stop letting this shit like make us so emotional that we can't call out bullshit and we can't call out what it is. Like when this whole thing started, like this whole thing has been really fucking with me. This whole thing started. I'm like, all right, we need to have it's a two-front conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yeah, we have to stop the system. We have to stop the system, but then we also have to take accountability within our own neighborhoods. And this is a conversation that can happen on dual parts. You see what I'm saying? And it's mm-hmm. I guess to me, it's like, it's baffling at times, just kind of like, when you bring that point up to certain people, how they're always just kind of like always shifting the blame on the system. When I'm not saying the system isn't the issue for a large part of it. They don't
take accountability for themselves.
But fuck, right is right, wrong is wrong. And it's kind of like, all right, if you out here scamming my like nigga,
But you also said in previous episodes, and I'm good on fact tracking this, that you said that basically Smokey from Friday was basically selling drugs because of systematic oppression. So
yes, I understand, but then here's what I'm saying. If and I've also said on previous episodes, we know what the problem is, so now we have to go actually attack and fix it. So yes, that there's an issue with the system, but then we also understand that we need to get into the system as well to change it. Besides all these laws and shit like that, you got to get more of us doing all that kind of shit. And then so with that happening, and all these programs that are in our neighborhoods, like people want to act like this, like we have okay. Let me calm down because I'm getting like a little bit like I'm getting a little like overexerted, little like headache thinking about this. But
yeah, take it easy, brother.
We like, for instance, yes, we know Smokey was selling weed because of systematic racism and oppression and just the way that everything gone on with his life kind of led him to that path. But then we also know that like, if a child gets shot, somebody needs to say something about that.
Right.
But then no one says anything about it. And then
Which
what
is my
happens
point.
is somebody gets revenge. But see, that's what I'm going by and saying right is wrong is wrong. It's like, yes, the system has fucked us and we have to attack that in many different ways. But then we also have to fucking purge certain shit in our fucking communities, because no matter what, no matter if you look at society, there's always going to be good people, there's going to be bad people. Same thing for black people within our community. So it's kind of like, all right, listen, we're going to have to also, we have to help who we can help. But then some of these motherfuckers, like if you're out here killing kids, if you out here just fucking doing drive-bys in the neighborhood where everyone is out there and anybody can be hit, you, to me, cannot be saved and you're done. So what are we doing with you, B?
No. Yeah, absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I guess, and that's my point.
We do more. We do more harm to us than the government society does to us. You know what I'm saying? And I get that, and I understand.
I'm not gonna go that far. I'm not gonna go that far because you want to know why? Because don't get me wrong, we're doing hella harm to ourselves, but then I will never not give these motherfuckers their just due and how they fucked us over. For fucking
but I think they
decades,
also use
centuries
us too. You know what I'm saying?
They fucked us over so well that we're fucking over our own goddamn selves now. They're barely doing anything.
That's my point. You know what I'm saying? They're using us to also, instead of doing it themselves, they're also using us to do it, giving us false leaders, making sure that we understand, making sure that we just are just like misguided by celebrities and entertainers and stuff like that. And it's like, and then it's also limiting the kids. Like when our stars, our celebrities who we look up to are in what field? Entertainment. Regardless of what they do, they're entertainment. So that's already putting us in
that's an American culture problem too. And I think, and that's something else that we have to have a conversation about, because a lot of people don't realize is that America in itself as an entity has a violence problem. As an entity. So when people always just like look at black people like we're the only ones doing shit, like our whole culture in America is built on fucking violence, sex, and drugs. That literally comes down to what America is. That's a problem in itself that has to get fixed as well. So a lot of the shit that you are seeing in the black community, it's also a byproduct of just American culture and motherfucking general. Yeah,
that's my point. But I'm also saying, like, too, it's like we don't even dream up, we don't even aspire to. We do sometimes, but mainly we don't aspire to be anything else besides entertainers. Like, they say either you rap or you dribble, which is not the case all the time. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they say that it is. Even these inner cities, because it's like, all right, you have no resources, so this is what your choices are. Nah, little black boy, little black girl, it's held to be great. Feel me?
But you know what though? I'm gonna here's something else too. That is something that is pushed on within our community. But then also too, I think that we also fail to realize that there are a lot of us, like there are a lot of black people doing a lot of different things, and that there are those that was, depending on the high school that you went to, or depending on how well you were when you were just trying to figure certain shit out, they were able to be put on that track. So yes, a lot of us are told that, basketball players, yada, yada, because you see the attention that they get. And I would argue that that's the same attention that if you went into a white school, like for instance, if you saw, like, I remember this kid that Hempstead played against, kid name was John Elliott. I'll never forget him, because he was the first, I guess you could say, like, star, like high school star I ever, like, there was an opposing team that I knew that was like he had the potential to go to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? That was the first one. He ended up getting his back broke by BJ Raji at Boston College, but he was there on scholarship. So I guarantee you at his school, he was getting kind of the same thing, that he was getting tailor-made for football. But within our communities, there are definitely those of us who are African Americans who absolutely, I guarantee you, are into academics, and then they take those students who they see also who are heavily into academics, and they steer them in that way. You see what I mean? Think about how many of us go to colleges. Think about the HBCUs. So it's like, we know that, but the issue is that just it's also, besides our own shit, you're also fighting the American culture. And like you said, look at the false fucking heroes and gods that they put in front of you. So of course you have everybody who wants to be famous, or be an actor, or do something major, because we all believe that's what our potential is as Americans. But then sometimes that may not be it.
Yeah.
And that's also an American issue it's still a Black American issue too, but that is also still an issue within America in itself. You see what I'm saying? Like, talk to kids growing up, they all want to do something major and wild. And it's kind of like some of you have that potential, some of you don't.
Right. Yeah. And you kind of like, it's messed up to say this to a kid, but you got to be realistic with them, and
my band teacher, Miss Smith, she straight up told niggas, she goes, yo, do y'all all believe that you can become president of the United States? Because you can't. Niggas was like, oh. Okay.
Guest sales, be a janitor.
But obviously,
definitely nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong. But obviously, it's your job. Like, listen, you can still but the beautiful thing about being American is you can choose what you want to do, and you can fight against fate, fight against the system, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Go ahead and do you, and then you can prove motherfuckers wrong. But I also think that is another narrative that we need to kind of correct, because I just think about my own high school experience. It was the athletes got a lot of love, but then you also saw that teachers were investing in other students, trying to get them to go to colleges, maybe not colleges, but think about different routes, think about different things. Here are maybe certain ideas you can do for after school, and then when they graduate, it was ultimately up to them
and all the other stuff.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong, we do need to redo our educational system, and then there's something, and we do need to check our values as people.
Yeah,
our values are lacking.
You warmed us up pretty nice. I like this. I like the way you did this. Yeah, you go after society. You went after the Black identity amongst that, with based off society. But let's bring it down a couple of levels, man. We went macro. Let's bring it down micro. So to the two people on the screen here, man. You know what I mean? Before we say
take your fucking vitamins, motherfuckers.
Absolutely, take your vitamins. I didn't take my one a day for men. I need to.
Make sure you're taking your 5,000 IU things of vitamin D as well, because motherfuckers who do end up with fucked up. Besides that, but motherfuckers who really do end up fucked up with the COVID, they end up having it because they have what they found is 95% of them have really low vitamin D. So make sure you take your vitamin D and your vitamin C for your immune system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but before we get into anywhere else, man, I just want to say, give people while their flowers while they're still here. We never know what may happen. We said this before, and that we're going. With that being said, man, I just want everybody to know that this is really my guy here, man. This is my man, 50 grand, my brother. You know what I'm saying? We've grown so much together throughout the years. So I just wanted to let you know that that I love you, man. I appreciate you in my life, and I know sometimes we don't check in always as friends and more as business partners, but just let you know that at the end of the day, we still cool, even though I don't care about your life, and I care about what are you doing on social media.
Right.
So I just want that to be said and heard, because I feel like sometimes, in this attack on, this active genocide that's going on in the world right now, I think it's very important that we just uplift and share the love between our brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? I know before that, I used to be kind of like that, not mean mug, but you see your brother walking down the street, you kind of you got a stern look on. Now I'm all about, yo, what's up, brother? I'll give him a head nod. How you doing? You know what I'm saying? Just trying to spread that love and that light to other people, because, we need it, and we never know how far that can go for somebody. You know what I'm saying? And, every time I see somebody, I'm always really happy and appreciative, what I mean? If I can go out, and I go out and it's a Black dude, he's a waiter. I'm like, what's going on, brother? I'm just happy to see that he's there doing what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So my appreciation for Black people in the culture has gone so much up. And it's I always loved being Black, but now I fucking, I always thought it was a superpower, but now I think it's literally a divine gift. You know what I mean? It's been amazing. But that gets back to my point. What the fuck's going on with you, Ren? What is going on in between your cerebellum? How are we able to stay somewhat sane in this social climate? How has your creative process been?
I had to shut it down for a little bit because I have these bouts with myself that I have, these battles, and because then it goes back to that point I was making earlier about like, you know, just like kind of like being stuck in it sometimes, because like I'm like looking at certain of these posts and looking at certain things. I'm just kind of like I don't even know. Like, I have to first and foremost address this. I need to address this, and I don't know how to. Sometimes I can't articulate it correctly, and I know that I am such an asshole that I can say things that can just easily be misconstrued. So it just was like I had to kind of focus on that. And once I kind of like figured that out, and I had to call myself being a bitch, you know, for just letting that halt my whole process. That's like an issue I gotta like fix within myself. So like it was weird. I was watching like a Two Bears One Cave thing, and like Bert Kreischer has like a similar issue, and I was like, that's a damn shame. I'm kind of similar to him, but like you know, there's something that could just like be there that just like takes up most of your like thought process, and you just kind of like, besides the basic shit that you have to do to like be normal and function in society, you know, you kind of like shut down anything else, and you kind of like hyper focus on that, because it's kind of like because nothing else at the time matters, because it's like, yo, this is like a really big issue, which I gotta kind of just stop being a bitch and go through. Maybe I can go sit on somebody's table, somebody's fucking chair, but I don't think I'm there yet. But it's just, like, for me, it's like once I kind of got over that, then it just kind of became like how can I better articulate what I feel all the time by just being raw? Because at the end of the day, the shit that was holding me back was me this whole time. This was fucking my whole creative process, because it was like I was afraid to say certain things and be a certain way, but it was kind of like that's counterproductive to what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to show people that if you are your most authentic self, then fucking nothing else fucking matters. Like, do you, and everything else is going to fall where it's supposed to be, which is why I continue to do shit like this. Cause it's like, I don't care if you fuckers listen to it, or if you fuckers don't listen to it, but I know that I'm right. And I know that Los is right when we're fucking talking. Case in point, this Ruth Bader Ginsburg shit. I keep calling us the fucking Simpsons, but and Los was like, oh no, we're not. But fucking, what did I say? What did I say about this? What did I say? Didn't I call this?
She's fucking 90-some years old, bro. It's not that hard to call.
She wasn't 90, but bro, I said that this was gonna happen just like the way it was, and I called this when he first got elected. It wasn't something that I waited till she got sick. So I'm just saying that, like, I know that we're on the right path when it comes to certain things. So it's just like, at the end of the day, I just got to get out of my own way, which is getting in BTB's way. So the best way to do that is just really be Dean, and just honestly, I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
What are you saying right now, bro? What are you?
I'm just saying. I'm just being like, I'm just saying. I just don't give a fuck, in the sense of like,
I'm thinking about the
what does it all? That'll come out eventually. I don't give a fuck. If they haven't put 2 + 2 together, these fucking dickheads haven't really been listening. So what I'm just trying to say is, I don't care anymore, because at the end of the day, you either gonna like the product, you're not gonna like the product. You're either gonna like who you're not only gonna like the creative entity that is Los, or you're gonna like Denzel. You're either gonna like the creative entity that is Dean, or you're gonna like Justin, or you're not gonna like it. Or you may like one, not the other, or you just may not like the product because of whatever the fuck it is. And I'm just past the point of really giving a fuck. I just don't care no more. We do what the fuck we want.
It's season 3 now. I mean, like,
well, we were getting to that point in season 2. Like, excuse me, at least I was kind of getting to that point. But like, I can say this last bout with me just like kind of half stepping my response to certain of you dumbass motherfuckers and what y'all was saying kind of had me like looking within myself like, time out. I'm a motherfucking beast and a savage. I don't fuck you. So we're here.
And that's,
so now that's my creative process. So now, like, I'm ready to go.
And I think that's kind of something that I've kind of been struggling to, is when everybody's been kind of looking for me to say something about something, or they want my response or something like that, because, you know, we pod and we're podcasters. They always want your POV.
But they always a day late and $1 short with us. That's another thing that be killing me.
Yeah. I'm like, well, I said this years ago. So, you know, so it's just like, you know, with that, demanding my opinion on stuff is kind of exhausting in itself. And it's just like, I don't want to respond with my full, like, unadulterated self. You know what I'm saying? I try to be PC. I try to package it for people, because I'm just like, I want you to get this where it's digestible, You can understand my point, and there's no need for you to comment back or anything. Just trying to give you what you need and be short and sweet. That's it. You know, but it's never that. You know, they always have something to say. They always disagree or whatever, and it turns into something that I don't want it to be. You know, so sometimes I'm always like, why am I trying to be so fucking PC? Like, I'm not PC, but it's like I just feel like I have to hold society's hands because I don't know. Maybe because I feel like everybody thinks that I'm like the relative guy and you're the more wild one on the off the deep end kind of guy. You know what I'm saying?
But these niggas don't understand that two of us got to be cool. So there's got to be some kind of common accord. These niggas, like, that's the thing that these niggas don't get. I just happen to be a little more wild, but nigga, do you want to get bludgeoned or do you want to get stabbed? That's the question.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're like cutting the clavicle. I'm more like a couple pokes in the ribs. You know
I'm not even
like,
cutting the clavicle. I'm just like a sledgehammer. Nah, your shit is like the finesse of it. But I get what you're saying though. It's amazing.
You know,
I'm sorry for cutting you off. My bad.
No. It's just like in terms of creativity, like, dude, it's been like, bro, you know, I think I suffer from a lot from creative ruts, you know, like a lot, you know, and it's like I feel like sometimes I need the outside environment for me to be perfect before I can create something. You know what I'm saying? Instead of taking whatever and making something out of whatever I got. You know what I'm saying? Which I've done before. We've been resourceful before. We've came out with great content with little to none. So now I'm telling myself that I need to have all this to create this and bring it to the next level. When in fact, it's not really equipment around me. It's me. You know, if I make that growth, then the content is gonna, and the talent and stuff is gonna make that growth with it. You know, and for me, like during this whole thing, when it first started, I was kind of like quiet. You know, because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, this is kind of our modern rendition of the civil rights movement. Small glimpse of it. Not as intense, not as crazy. But for us, we're actively protesting and things that, you know, for our lives basically. You know, so I was kind of quiet, and we were stuck in quarantine, so I wasn't really saying too much. I was kind of just like harboring with it in my head and kind of just like emotionally going through it, like seeing. Like going on Instagram and seeing us getting killed and doing all this shit, it was just a lot. It was damaging on my psyche. You know what I mean? So I wasn't able to create. I was kind of in a
realizing that when you go outside, that fucking motherfuckers look at you like you're a savage.
Yeah,
I live in upstate New York, and it's all right. But like, there's certain times you can see.
If I do this, what happens? You know what I'm saying? I fit every description. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's to me, it's exhausting living in that. Really exhausting, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't make me want to create, doesn't make me feel motivated to create, you know. And then sometimes I feel like most of the time when I want to write something, it's usually out of a lot of pain or stress. But I was so in it with myself that I couldn't even create in that outlet. Even though it was pain I was feeling, it was so much that I couldn't even like channel it or funnel it into starting to write because I didn't know where the fuck to start. Because if you are like, you know, if you're listeners and you're friends of Dean and I, that you know that we actually take the time to research things, you know. So some of the stuff that we found out is history way before we were even born, you know, because that way we know what happened, we know where we're going, and we know how America was already giving it up before we were born, you know. So me and Dean see history beforehand. And then we see it still the same way now, just like I said, modern renditions. Nothing has changed. You know what I'm saying? So now you're like, oh shit, we've seen this shit in the 80s and the 70s and all this shit, and it's still to this day, and nothing has changed. Like, this genocide is not changing. It hasn't changed since motherfuckers got here. You know what I'm saying? And I was watching something and it's like, okay, Black lives don't matter because they never were meant to. We were brought here as slaves with no value. Now they were free, and now they're gaining value. When you set the price, when you told them they had no value, but all of a sudden they're carpenters and all this stuff, and they're doing all this stuff, and you're like, yo, why are you doing this stuff? You're supposed to be zero value.
And you
And now,
created institutions directly to combat them so that they would forever be at the fucking heel.
and not only that, but even then, are they still striving? Even then, are they still enduring? So it's like that cockroach you can't fucking kill. You know what I'm saying? And then
we're not calling black people or calling ourselves cockroaches for you fucking cocksucking fucking PC motherfuckers out there who you're not gonna call us on it now, but we will be big and you're gonna try to call us on us. You can make sure you play this whole clip. That can suck my dick. You know what he meant.
You could make a comparison in terms of the enduring longevity factor of cockroaches and black people. We won't fucking die. We don't die.
I would like to call us either like turtles or crocodiles because they've been here since the earth.
Fair enough. We gonna live
evolving through time, no matter what, no matter the conditions.
Roaches gonna be here long before we're gone. You know what I mean? Long after we're gone. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we are, the original things. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk into that. So that whole thing is like, now we're going to this thing. It's like, all right, the society is coming at my black identity. Black people are coming at my black identity. How do I stay within my own too? And still like be able to live and think positively and be able to conduct, fucking, what's the word? Content. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's two people that's been doing this whole time. Either you've kind of been somewhat not really saying too much about it and staying in your content, or you're not doing any content and you're on the other side. And then you have some people whose content reflects what's going on right now, and they put some decent pieces, they tweet defense, and those are the ones that's like the best ones. The RDC Worlds, where they're talking about, they're doing a skit about black cops or cops in general, and it's like, wow, this is funny, but it's fucked up and it's reflective of what society's going through. So that's the dope shit. But it's like, for me, it's like I haven't got to that side. I was on the side where it was like, all right, I shut down the creative side because look what the fuck's going on, And then it's like I'm slowly weeding into that middle where I'm like, all right, my art is starting to reflect. My art was already reflecting that in a sense, but I think
we always been there. But I think now it's just that because motherfuckers were in this shit. Like for instance, see, like you went out there and you went to the protesting. So for me out here, I was going. So the one I was gonna go to in my hometown the night before. Well, not my hometown, where I live. The night before, motherfuckers attacked a hospital. Motherfuckers attacked a homeless shelter. It looked like a fucking war zone. I wasn't being a part of that shit. I wasn't. So the next day, you come to my town and you don't live that far. And I don't live that far from the station. I stayed home. And if you listen, you understand, I believe my Second Amendment right. And it was going to be what it was going to be. If you came, you could have did whatever you want anywhere else.
And I understand that part because I understand some people have been like, all right, some people have truly been quarantined this whole entire time. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that part where people are like, I'm not going outside because of what's going on.
But the thing is, they were out there like, listen. People don't realize. See, back there in the civil rights movement, when the towns and neighborhoods that were getting fucked up wasn't the protesters' towns and neighborhoods.
No.
When they were down there fucking that shit up. So when you come down into, for instance, if you take Georgia, for instance, you heard what fucking you fucking heard what Killer Mike said. If we don't have Atlanta, Georgia, which is the black hub in regards to fucking the black middle class, and also that Maryland, Virginia area as well. If we don't have that, then what else do we have? You're down there destroying. You're destroying other black-owned businesses. You see what I'm saying? Like, there was really no method to that madness in that sense. Now, if you were doing that in other neighborhoods, or if you were directly attacking, public, like government, buildings, like things like that, I understand. But for it to then happen in our own neighborhood, you gotta look at that don't make no fucking sense. So
they don't care.
You see what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. All those protests were not unpeaceful. They were not. Yeah. I'm just saying I didn't live far from where it got turned up. And then another time I was going to go to a protest, I was working at a job where it was my responsibility to manage a property. And that property was kind of right in the middle of it. And then I was going to go. And then I realized I lived like 30 minutes. I didn't want to get caught in the shit because I had got a call from a buddy of mine who's a cop in that area who gave me a heads up. And he was like, yo, X and X, this is the shit that we've kind of been informed and have confirmed. I appreciate if you don't come down here because it may not be as peaceful as it was supposed to be. And it got a little buck, didn't get crazy, but you went to peaceful protest, which is the shit that, and I'm not saying that shit don't got to get bucked. It's like sometimes shit got to get bucked when shit got to get bucked. Mm-hmm. But there's always a strategy to the shit. You don't like I'm not going to protest some shit and destroy my own house. I would rather destroy somebody else's house. And
the peaceful protests or demonstrations, I like to call them, it really shows you the power of a community, the power of the people. You know what I'm saying? When we took over, we were walking on a major highway and we shut both sides of the street down.
Like what the protest is about to be. Yep, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's like
supposed to be an inconvenience. Absolutely, that's what it's supposed to be.
You know what I mean? We're going down residential streets, you know, where they have Trump 2020 flags hanging up, and they have people who don't live with people that look like us. And then the funny thing is about it, it's not just
that's where the protest was supposed to be.
Yeah, it's not just the black people though, you know, and that's the beauty of it too. It's Latinos, it's the whites, it's a collective unit. That's crazy because when you see people that look like you know, if you're a white, you know, and you're chilling, let's say Smithtown, for example, you're a Smithtown resident, you see a group of, you know, a group of protesters and some white people mixed in there, you're like, whoa, you know, it speaks more to you because it's like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you know, and I was able to kind of like live within my head and live within this rut of this creative rut and produce a poem where I thought that it was fucking magical to what's going on right now, super reflective. I thought this is like, you know, every time I write a poem, I think it's my best piece. But I was like, I don't think I've never wrote a piece like this. And I think that people have been waiting for me to combine the two. You know, they know that I'm really great at dark storytelling poems. I don't know why. And I'm really articulate in terms of history and what's going on in society. And I've never been able to kind of like make a baby with those two.
Sure.
You know, and I think that this piece was kind of the baby, a little bit. You know, it's like, you know, so I know you wasn't going to break the internet yet, but I wanted to break the internet, or at least try to, by, you know, reading the piece out. This is a BTB exclusive. No one's heard that. Maybe like there's like a handful of people who've heard this piece, haven't performed it, haven't like put it on social media or anything. So yeah, I was hoping, let's do it today.
Niggas our show. Why can't we do it today?
Yeah, you're right.
Nigga, we produce it. We fucking produce the shit. We produce the content. Listen, we create it. We don't gotta ask about shit. Fuck out of here.
I'm gonna do it now then.
Exactly, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, fuck, we just do the fuck we want.
All right, am I good?
Stay indie forever.
Yeah, facts. All right, so this piece is called I Am. I am Jacob Blake. I am Mike Brown.
Oh, I remember this.
yeah. We about to get into that. This is gonna get the goosebumps, chills, all that. All right. I am Jacob Blake. I am Mike Brown. Had no rights, but I am Tamir Rice. I was supposed to be in the class of 2020, but I died because of fucking Arizona and some fucking candy. I am Trayvon Martin. On my honeymoon trip to hell, I am Sean Bell. White girl lied and said I whistled at her. Due process? I was fucking killed. But still, I am Emmett Till. This shit is getting out of hand. I had passed in precinct before the photo. Don't forget me though. I'm Sandra Bland. I told the police I had steel. Now there's no part of my body that I can feel. I am Philando Castile. 8 minutes of your knee on my neck, no respect. Saying I can't breathe until my final breath. I am George Floyd. Still running the race against racism. Got a good pace, so I'm not too worried. How can I forget? I'm a black man running this race. I'm a Ahmaud Arbery. You invaded my peace. You invaded while I was asleep. You compromised my peace. I upped my peace. Now there's eternal rest for someone's niece. I am Breonna Taylor. I am Eric Garner. So now a kid is missing his father. I am Freddie Gray. I'm every other nigga you slayed. There's just too many names to name. I don't know if I should be a positive staple to my community and vote because I'm supposed to, or load up 16 for 1600 pen and go postal. You probably got that meme going right now. And if you don't, it's cool. That just means that we don't have on the same type of watch. We've been here eons before you. Light years ahead when it comes to intelligence. Centuries of oppression. So systemic. I'm talking for decades, y'all controlled our professions. Disenfranchised us. So who gives a fuck about a LinkedIn? I can replay every second of history in minutes whenever I'm thinking. Society sabotaged my old one. So I got to come with a new plan. Malcolm or Martin, I don't give a fuck as long as a new weapon comes with a stand. I'm Huey, I'm Rowley. I'm conscious, I'm rowdy. I'll serve you food for a fork. I'll serve you food for thought on a big ass fork like a Maserati. I'll give you 4 rings like an Audi. And you can't harm me as long as my ideology lives on. But if you do come for me, just know my word's my protection and my weapon. I am. Peace, 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 peace. Yeah, you know, and I feel like that piece, that shit, it was so fire to me when I wrote it, and I was so like charged to write it for the first time in so long that I was like, this is what people's been talking about. This is what people's been yearning for. This mixture of my two, you know, thought processes and just coming together, you know. So it's like I want to start writing more like this. And I think that one person that really showed me this was my boy Hat. You know, when I first met him, I saw like, damn, this dude's saying some woke shit in the poem. Like, how the fuck did he do it? And then we had him on the show, and he fucking destroyed it. So it's just like, that was like, yo, you know, I wanted to make a piece where he could be proud of it. Not to say that, you know, my approval is based off, you know, his approval, but I wanted to make something that people could be proud of.
You met him as a fan,
as a peer.
Like you know what I'm saying? Well, it's a peer, but then you're still a fan of him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, we got peers
absolutely,
that like,
absolutely.
Like for instance, for me, like you know, we're peers with Jackie boys.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Jackie got us podcast, but I am fans. I'm
definitely a fan of Rec. I definitely am a fan of Rec. That's like how I want to be when I get a little older.
You know what I mean? So it's always like, yo, it's like, you know, when you make things, you know, of course you want the public to appreciate it.
Yeah.
But then there's always sometimes like, you know, it's like you know, a certain episode, a certain thing where you're just like, oh, I hope that this individual likes it because like fucking I think it would be cool. Like that's just dope. Like, you know what I mean? And I think that
you know, and it's your peers too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Who doesn't want to be recognized by their peers? Because if you're recognized by your peers, you know you're on the right way.
I would hope that some other podcast is like, yo, this is fire. This is dope. This is dope. Because, you know, sometimes I don't really listen to other podcasts. I do some, but not like my peers. You know, just because I'm just like so focused on what we need to do and how do we try to level up that I don't got the time for it. But I do enjoy some people's podcasts. It's just funny to me, you know. So
see, like for instance, for me, like I can't say that I listen to like a lot of other podcasts. Like the podcast I listen to, independent wise, Jackie got us. I listen to Two Bears, One Cave, and I listen to Your Mom's House podcast and Joe Rogan. I listen to the Brilliant Idiots. That's the extent of it. And sometimes I listen to them, sometimes I don't. I'll go through periods. I listen to one, listen to the others, listen to one. I listen to a combination. When I'm working out, I have certain times, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
But
and I'm similar.
The reason I do it though is just because like I kind of like, for me, I feel as if my, you know, what I think an art is, I think podcasting is an art. yeah, like, you know, you're just talking to people, but it's kind of like, what are you talking about? What are you kind of doing? Yeah, but it's always like the raw, the better. And so for me, it's kind of like I like listening to different kind of podcasts, and they kind of give me inspiration, which is why I kind of like hit you up and I was like, yo, I think this is something that would be beneficial for both of us, and also something that we can do even when we're not feeling the whole creative big bug, big juice, whatever the fuck it is. We can at least get on here and just be raw and honest with the people, because I feel as if, you know, we can be as dope as we want to be. But like when I'm watching these other podcasts, one thing I know is that people are fans of these women or men or whatever it is. So there are certain things that when they're doing it on the podcast, so people are like, it's even funnier, or they build that deeper connection because they truly know them. And I told Los, I was like, yo, I think that the people really don't know us. Like, they know us, but they don't, like, we have been holding back because of, you know, let's face it, you know, the way the world is, and we both do have other jobs that we do to fund us doing this stuff. So of course you don't want to, you know, do something to jeopardize that. But then at the end of the day, it's kind of like we got to put something on the line for this to go. There's got to be something.
Absolutely.
There's got to be something.
Where's the risk? Where's the risk?
So that's why we're just now. It is what it is now. Like we're here. We're here now. Like, so
I'm tired of being PC. Tomorrow I might do an episode with strippers and midgets in the background. You never know.
It's whatever we feel like doing, because
maybe,
you know what?
Maybe midget strippers.
Maybe. You know what? Think about how dope midget strippers would be.
Come on, man.
and then you know we're gonna have some yeeks. She gonna have some yeeks.
They usually do.
They're good in a motherfucking snicker.
Can we get to the scientific biological explanation?
Dwarfism, that's what it is. And to be honest with you, a lot of people have dwarfism in different ways. Like there, it's like I was like reading up some bullshit on this. I don't want to call it bullshit, but I was reading up on some shit about this, and it's like people have dwarfism. Like, even if you can be like of natural, like, you know, of normal height or whatever, you can still have a form within your body. Like they said, like, you know, certain exteriors and stuff like that. Like, you know, big asses, big, like, you know, certain like items on your body. If one isn't, but then this just portion of your body is huge, but the rest isn't, that could be a form of it. It goes into a whole bunch of other scientific fuckery. But look it up, people. You can fucking find out.
Dwarfism. Maybe I'll put that on the bottom.
That would be dope.
You know.
Shout out to Jesus and Mero. I'll watch our shit too.
Yeah, of course. They on Showtime now, of course. You know what I mean? Big bag now, big bag. That's what I want eventually for us to happen. So
I want us to be fucking. I keep saying this. I want us to literally just fucking make money through streams. Not for, like, I want us to do it until we, like, even when we sign a deal, it's still favorable for our terms. Like, for instance, like the way that fucking like the deal that Rogan has to have with Spotify. Fuck the money is beautiful, yes, but I'm talking about the actual deal where because you know there's no way that he went there without him having full creative control.
Right.
That's the thing. So like whatever we do, whatever venue, however the fuck the shit is, no matter who's interested in us, what entity wants to fuck with us. If it doesn't come with full creative control, I'm not interested.
Oh, there's no conversation.
It's just like, what is it? But I want to get to the point where it's just like, it doesn't matter if you want to fuck with us or not. We don't need you. Yeah,
of course. You know, and I don't know if you know, but I don't know if you watch, but all the Smoke podcasts with Matt Barnes and with Steven Jackson.
I don't, but I've heard of them. I've seen like clips of them, and there's no disrespect. I haven't really watched.
They do what, bro. They're on Showtime, and there's nothing they can't do. Like, they smoke on the show, they cuss on the show. There's nothing they can't do.
No, but you know what? That's arbitrary.
You know what I'm saying?
No. That's arbitrary, because you know what? In this day and time, what is smoking weed now? It's the same thing as drinking when you really look at it. Fuck all the semantics. But and then they can curse. Okay, if you're on Showtime, I hope you could curse. When I'm talking about creative controllers, I mean doing and talking about things that that could speak directly out to power. When you're speaking truth to power, or speaking your version of the truth, because the kind of show that we are,
we would never do it because we would compromise people's business interests.
And I wanted us to get to the point where it doesn't matter when people understand that the place that we're coming from when we're trying to put you on, when we're saying something, is not a dark place, it's not a negative place, but we're speaking truth to fucking power, whether you want to hear it that way or not. And then the issue is the society that we live in today's day and age, you have a mob mentality. So if somebody's not going with the mob, you motherfuckers always want to go immediately and start canceling, start doing crazy shit to them. Well, honestly, that cannot be. We listen, and don't you fucking start to say, "Oh, you heard Joe Rogan say that." Now you said that. No, you stupid bitches. You can go back to motherfucking season 1. I think it was about episode 4 or 5 or some shit like that. We were sitting. It was the only episode in this one location where we had a white wall. We were on a black couch and we had books in front of us. Motherfuckers, go back there.
Episode 4.5.
You see what I'm saying? And in that episode, we said, you know, how is it that, you know, you can get canceled for something that happened in a different time, in a different era, shit like that? You see what I'm saying? Now, listen, motherfuckers, in this day and I keep telling you, brother, we on this shit, and motherfuckers don't understand the game. I'm trying to put the science to the math for these motherfuckers. Now, listen to me, people. Listen to me. I'm about to take you on a journey. When we set, when
buckle up.
So when we are talking, we're speaking truth to power. You're trying to cancel people, and you're trying to go all after that shit. Fuck that, bro.
Cancel proof. Is that what you're trying to be?
Because you know what? Anything we say is not coming from some place of malice. We're just trying to really educate y'all for you to understand something. So this mob mentality that everyone wants to have and everybody likes, we're done with it. We don't give a fuck about it. You either with us or you not with us, and you against us. And if you against us, then just don't fucking watch our shit. We don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter.
That's how we coming for season 3. That's the energy. That's the type of time we on for season 3.
You know what I'm saying? This is what we had, son. Like it doesn't.
We give you a glimpse of the therapy. A glimpse of the therapy. We're gonna get more into it. We're gonna get more into the nicks and crannies of what makes Dean tick. Why is he so triggered to go on tangents? We're gonna get into that.
I don't even know why. I don't even know how we got there either. I just.
But listen, this is the type of time we on. Either you with us or you not. All right, no more. Hey, the bus is leaving. We gone. We ain't waiting, and we ain't looking back.
Nope. You can hop on whenever you want. Listen, y'all can
doing 80.
Y'all can come through whenever you want, and you can hop off whenever you want. It really don't matter.
Yeah, we gonna tell you this is the next stop. We getting off at da 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 da. You will see you there, and we'll pick you up, or you getting off, and you getting off.
It is what it
is. We ain't waiting no more. We ain't waiting.
We can't.
And when you're on the bus, we're gonna have the time of our lives. And Dean's
gonna be a beautiful time. Who's gonna be driving?
You gonna be driving.
What? Shit, I don't know.
You're gonna be driving. I'm gonna be DJing, and we're gonna be cutting it up.
Bless their heart if I'm driving, because Lord knows, we gonna have some fun. We gonna go through some shit. But it's I love this kind of shit. I love this shit, and I think that this is kind of perfect. You know, listen. Once again, we told you people we're still gonna be doing interviews. We're still gonna be booking some. Listen. We're going to be having our boy Devon King on. We're actually going to be...
No. Everything top secret. Everything's top secret.
Listen.
You already said that all.
And listen, people.
We already got that.
We're going to... There is an episode that we have a few more strong men and women coming out. But then we also are going to have a strong man athlete on. That is going to be pretty fucking interesting, that everyone's going to want to hear the story. And we have this conversation, you know, in a later episode. But we're going to get into that. All this is still in season 3.
You said
we're just letting people know that, you know, you're still going to be getting the great thing. But what this is we're artists. I'm an artist.
I'm not saying shit.
No, but hear me out, brother. Hear me out. We are going to now be weaving stories together, truthfully. We gave you a little bit of a taste of that in season 2, where we were like, weave certain things and allude to things, but no, it's truly going to be weaving together when you really think about it.
Okay, all right. So let me break this down for the people here. So we're going to get our episodes of just us two. We're going to get interviews with guests. We're going to get more conversation with Dean. We're going to get slow sports shows. We're going to get so much we're going to get BTB Midnight. Don't forget about that. Don't forget about midnight. That's when the savagery comes out, okay? So we're still got to get that going on. So it's going to be a highlighted season 3. I can't wait to get to it. We'll just get back in. This is the training camps, the OTAs. This is like the first day back, checking in. My ID card still works. Okay.
Cool. Here's my question. When do we?
What's up?
It's just kind of funny how we just naturally end the season. We just never really even let people know. Well, the only season we let people know was season 1. But then even that we kind of was like, all right, we're just gonna end it now. Like we just kind of talked about it.
We told him we'll give him like.
No, but it was like it was still a fast thing. And then in season 2, it just was kind of like, yo, we haven't technically, if we want to be technical, season 2 could be a season 2 and 3 because that was
season 2 is a year long.
Shit. I think it was more than a year long. You see what I'm saying? And then we just was like, all right, so we're just ending it and we're coming back for season 3. It's just, I just love but like if you watch us, if you really watch us, you know how we would get down. You'd be like, that's just Dean and Lowe's. That's just how they got it.
And the thing is too, like you've seen the growth, bro. You've seen the growth. Like we've transitioned first of all, I want to remind you of something. Ready?
Sure.
Pre-season 2, we had fucking billboards. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I guess there was pictures. So yeah.
You know, it was like we didn't even have a name for ourselves. Yeah, we had billboards. We didn't even care about what you know what I'm saying? We just did shit just to do it. You know what I'm saying? That would be a whole different time we had billboards if we did it now. You know what I'm saying? Let alone 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
I think
that's
honestly,
just the craziness about us that we've already checked things off the box that people haven't done. You know,
listen. One thing that just amazes me with us is how we have the caliber of individuals we've had on.
Oh yeah,
famous or not famous, and we've had some. And listen, you and you can say what you want, people, but listen,
our Broadway series, okay, the
Broadway series. If you're in the Broadway, then you knew who the fuck we had on.
Right.
If you're in the Strongman. Like, listen, when we had on, shout out to the homie Big Lies. When we had Big Lies on, I had got a few different hit ups of people was like, yo, I don't know what the fuck y'all two are doing, but keep doing it. And then we had Andrea Thompson on. And Andrea Thompson, Andrea Thompson, I love you, queen.
The numbers went up after that. Not gonna lie.
You see what I'm saying? And then after that, we have on
UK. The UK know we was little with it. That's what it was.
But son, what better way than to? But then what better way to then we were out of our Broadway series and then we ended it with the fucking absolute powerhouse that is fucking Trevor Dion Nicholas.
Oh my God, Joe Rogan. That's a Joe Rogan episode. That was a Joe Rogan episode. That was
Joe
like
Rogan
3 hours long.
But then here's the thing, people. And I don't even and then it's something that this is a growing moment that we should have capitalized on a lot more. Justin was kind of up my ass about this during that. And I didn't want to. I don't even know why I was like didn't really press it. Like we should have did something, but we did that episode with Trevor. He is the George Washington in Hamilton. In the UK. And I have a Conversations with Dean episode going to coming out with Scotty, but I'm going to tell you this, and I said that then, I'm going to say it here too. Christopher Jackson is absolutely fabulous. He got nominated for a Tony for that performance. Mm-hmm. I can tell you this. I've never seen Trevor do it. Justin and I had planned to go over there to watch it. And we still plan. Well, hopefully, when COVID comes back, if Hamilton's there and he's doing it, I tell you this:
that's fire.
That dude, his fucking voice. Like Christopher Jackson, you could sing, but like Trevor is on a whole nother fucking plane. Like he's that's a different kind of cat. Mm-hmm. Him and Major's vocals are motherfucking different.
Listen.
Him and Major's vocals are fucking different. So you know what I'm saying? We're never talking about the talent. We're just talking about his voice. And then when you see this because like I watched him do the Genie stuff, and then I've also seen him do different, like he's done different things over there. He'll post it, and then like you can watch it in America. I've seen it like on the YouTube and shit. He's a different kind of dude. So we had that kind of dude on.
Global.
You see what I'm saying?
Global. Wait. Global, okay?
Son, and he's a monster. He's humble as fuck. But bro, and then you get into his band, and when you listen to his music, that's a different. We have, and like, so when you
go ahead. Give us the flowers. Give us the flowers. Go ahead. I know you want to do. Global. Wait. Say it with me now. Global.
Okay. You're global.
Global. I don't want to hit
we're global, and we have no idea what the fuck we're doing, and we're taking you all along for the ride. And one day people will look back on this when
we have some idea what we're doing.
We do, but no. But what I'm saying is that we're just like listen, we're literally
doing it. We're just doing it.
That's what I'm saying. Like we're just like we're doing things that we shouldn't be doing. When you think of and it's just like, but you know what though? Maybe we should be doing it because we've obviously got something going on. We got to have some kind of half brain of a talent, a half brain of something.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean?
Global.
Listen.
You hear some? That's my fan. That's my fans in UK.
You have to put a fucking applause in when you say that. But and then we're gonna we're gonna do more. Like, listen, we're gonna do more people. We're hopefully gonna have like some of those guests back on. But the thing is that what I want people to realize is that, like, listen,
global.
We're gonna do this. And it doesn't matter. There's no time frame to this. Like, for instance, it took Joe Rogan damn near 10 years to get to where he's at now. But think about it. It was like 5 or 6 years when he really started hitting the band. But then Joe Rogan was known. I don't know how long this is gonna take people. I can't tell you this. I'm not a fucking mind reader. But what I can tell you is that we're doing something right. And the minute we figure out the marketing portion of this, it's over. So if you wanna say that you were down with us, you have up until we can figure out marketing.
Yeah, bitch.
Because once motherfuckers can figure out this marketing shit, it's over.
Yeah. Bye.
Because the bank is ridiculous. The bank is, and then we still gonna be us. We're not gonna get brand new, but this is the shit that we have been telling you motherfuckers. But listen, the bank is already ridiculous, and the content is only gonna get better, people.
Yeah.
So this is gonna I am.
Oh wait! Excited. I forgot to even tell them. More reactions.
Yes.
Way more reactions.
There's gonna be like a soon to be. Up. We're gonna have a center. There's gonna be a place where we can go and do a lot of things.
Should we even have a conversation with Los at this point? I mean, you have conversations with Dean. Should we even have conversations with Los?
Probably. I think that realistically we should, because then it keeps both of us on our toes. You know,
we're gonna have a little sports show already, though.
I don't see why we can't.
Let's do it.
You can have conversations with Los. You have a conversations with Dean. We're just gonna have to talk about the actual, when we're releasing this shit. But I don't see why not. I really don't. Because listen, I'm thinking about. I'm gonna be having something else. I'm gonna be doing the minute. Listen, I got a whole bunch of equipment, and some shit is gonna go down. I don't know what. I do know, but I'm not gonna say nothing. But y'all can put two and two together.
Everything's top secret.
But shit's gonna go down, and we're gonna have a whole bunch of more fun. And then it's just gonna be, we just gonna be able to have some fun, baby. It's gonna be a whole. We're gonna have a whole bunch of shit going on, people. And listen, maybe something with video games. I know recently, Marvel came out. Justin and I got that, so we up in the crib, fucking shit up. So it'll be maybe I do something with that, bring people on a little bit of a journey, maybe get a little bit of the gaming community to come in and kind of chill with us. I don't really talk about it. It's there. We just got to get into it.
They're waiting for us. I'm a part-time gamer, so they're waiting for us.
And I'm you're a part-time gamer. I am just the fucking common fan.
You're like per diem. You're like per diem. You come in whenever you want.
Yeah. Justin, his shit, he really kind of gets into the.
Yeah. He's like a semi-pro.
Yeah, son. So son. So I'll play games, but most of the time I'm reading, and he's just fucking killing some shit in Final Fantasy. But this Marvel shit we can play together. So I'm like, all right, I'll fuck with this. Hulk, son. The Hulk.
Do I need to get Avengers now?
Son, you need to get Avengers.
But you guys got PS, so it's like I don't even know.
Yeah, but I also yeah. Because I do the DDP yoga on the Xbox. So
Okay.
yeah, me and Duff be out there. Actually gonna be doing some DDP yoga after this is done. You know what I'm saying? Got to have some medicine.
Before we leave, what's
Sure.
the take on the next gen? Like what side are you leaning towards? Or are you getting both? You going PS5? I know you're going PS5.
Nah, Justin will get the PS5. So then realistically, I would probably just get the PS5 because I've been playing PlayStation more now. Like that's you see what I'm saying? Like that's what I've like.
Like my dog.
If I'm gonna be honest with you,
Screen ride or die, so niggas would die with me.
Nah, son, time out. Let's be honest.
When it rains,
I've said this before. Fuck that. I've said this before. When I was younger, I was always a PlayStation guy.
Who wasn't?
But then I stopped playing games. The only reason I even thought to care about the Xbox is because all the rest of y'all played Xbox.
Matter of fact, before you was even a PlayStation nigga, you was a Nintendo nigga. So you really,
of course.
You really
of course, Nintendo 64. But
yeah.
Listen, and then before that, then I had the regular Nintendo,
Sega.
And then I banged with the Sega. I actually, not for nothing, this is how my childhood had happened. I had got a Sega Genesis and a Nintendo at the same goddamn time because,
why?
Well, I was like, because it was like 95 or 96. Mm-hmm. And then those like a little older back then. So then like my mother literally came home with them in like shopping bags. Like I think somebody at work, somebody gave her them shits. And then she went to the store and just bought some games. I was lit. Then I had got introduced to the N64. Life got crazy. Now,
okay.
Then had the PlayStation. Then went to the PlayStation. Then went to the PlayStation 2. Mm-hmm. Then I stopped playing video games for a while. Now Marcus had the PlayStation 3. Mm-hmm. So then when I was in high school, we fucked with PlayStation 3. College, everybody, the rest of y'all had the Xbox. And the shit, but then here's the thing about the Xbox. You motherfuckers kept getting the fucking ring of deaths. You can't move the Xbox. I
didn't have the first Xbox. I had Xbox 360 in college. That was my first Xbox 360. I
knew people who had the first Xbox and they had the other one, whatever.
Yeah, so, I was a PS nigga until about.
But what I'm saying is, and then I stopped really fucking with video games. We moved in together. You had the Xbox. I like the Xbox. Then I, got my own spot. I bought an Xbox. And then you moved out. Josh had an Xbox. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. I moved out. I bought an Xbox. Cool.
Right. So you was already.
It was like all right, cool. But then I really never even used the Xbox like that. You see what I'm saying? When you think about it, I played some games.
You were a vain individual. Now, don't think I forgot what you said. You were a vain individual.
But here's what happened. Fucking with Justin. And his fucking PlayStations, he has fucking 2. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's play video games. Okay, that's simple. We can play fucking Overwatch together. Okay, one of the games I play. Same fucking shit. Okay, playing that shit. Then there was the Gauntlet. You see what I'm saying?
You niggas is traitors.
Well, I didn't have 2 Xboxes. This motherfucker had 2 PlayStations. This shit happened.
Used to be my dog using my left titty.
It is what it is.
Scream ride or die. Thought you would die with me. Find out you a bitch. You won't even ride with me.
It is what it is.
When it rains, niggas get wet. They dry.
Y'all what it y'all. Y'all what y'all know.
All right. Anyway, I'll see your old ass later. Stay black as always.
I look younger next time. I didn't fucking shave. Fucking, I look wild. I should have showered. You
look younger than me though. I'll say that though.
I look crazy. I feel like I look crazier. I
feel like I'm in my 30s stressing over kids.
I feel, son. I feel like I got bags on. I feel like I literally just look like I woke up, and I kind of did because I just been lounging around all day.
You do look a little stale. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, son. I didn't even. Well, this is a therapy session. I just kind of rolled up and just was like, whatever. I did brush my teeth this morning twice.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But because I'm about to fucking do this yoga and then work out, so it's like, why?
Attaboy. Proud of you. I told you about that yoga, man. It's good. It's a good challenge.
I finally broken, like for the longest time, I couldn't break fucking 245. I was actually, at one point, I was like 252. Mm-hmm. Now I'm down to like this morning, I was like, because I had like a crazy day yesterday. I was like 245.
All right.
But I got down to like 240. I'm about to lose weight. Listen, I'm telling you, I'll be 230 in like another month or like 2 months. 2 months I'll be 230,
right.
but looking crazy. But right now 240 looking good. So y'all stay
but
healthy and fit.
the yoga help though, right? Is it when you to get?
Yeah, because I don't run and I don't like running. But and this shit is like not only the flexibility, but then like because I do the DDP yoga. I don't do all that pussy shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like this DDP yoga shit fucking painful.
What are you trying to say?
That other yoga, I've never done no other yoga.
You saying I do pussy shit?
I don't know what kind of yoga you do. I'm just saying that I know the DDP yoga shit is gangster.
What do you mean? I do challenge yoga. It challenges you. Balancing yoga. You know what I mean?
All right, that's cute.
That's cute.
DDP yoga is listen. It's not your mama's yoga, baby.
I know about the. Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
Don't disrespect me. Bang! Don't disrespect me. I know about Diamond Dallas Page. All right.
I'm just saying, he's yoga gangster, bro. It's good shit.
He's also a cokehead. I thought. But
listen, no, I think he changed his life around because now he got like this whole like he runs like a sober thing and shit. Like nah. He doesn't really do work and shit. Yeah, I don't know what he used to do. I really don't. I've actually never really. I know a lot about wrestling, but I never actually really looked that deep into Diamond Dallas Page because like I really wasn't a huge Diamond Dallas Page fan. Like I like to feud with the Undertaker and shit. Yeah, it was cool, but like I wasn't a WCW guy. I was always a WWF guy. So I can give a fuck.
I thought you just like wrestling. Man. I know about them, and then I
do. No, of course I like wrestling, but I'm just saying when I was growing up. Now I haven't really gone back and watched old WCW shit because I can really give a fuck. But like, you see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I know about him. I know some of the stuff that he did. You know what I mean? In WCW,
all I know is the Diamond Cutter. That's it.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? But either way, he's made some good yoga shit, and this shit really fucking works, and it helps. But I think you have to compound it with lifting weights. Otherwise, you start looking a little flimsy, which is why I like lifting and then doing and also doing the fucking yoga shit. I think it really helps. It helps with the overall shape and shit.
What's the payment for the DDP yoga?
What I got? Well, you can get different kinds. I think you can get one for like $40. I got the one for like $80 because I've been doing it with Duffy for a while, and he got like the first beginner set.
Yeah, we've kind of
because I got the DVDs and shit. So, but actually, I could send
DVDs?
you. Yeah, I actually do have the DDP app, so I could send you that login if you would like.
Oh,
I could send you a login for that. So you could do that, so you can stop doing that pussy shit.
Yeah. It's all about flexibility. It's all about mind, spirit.
Listen, this DDP yoga shit. This DDP yoga shit, you get right, but son, nigga, you be about ready to die, son. Like, this shit that I'm about to do right now, because I haven't really done nothing for like 2 or 3 days. Like, I haven't really lifted or did the yoga shit. The shit I'm about to put on now is gonna kill niggas. Like, Justin don't do yoga, so I'm about to watch him fucking die, and even though I'm gonna be dying, he's gonna be worse, and he think it's gonna be easier because he's smaller, but it don't matter, bitch. He's gonna die, and it's gonna be fucking so comforting to me, and I'm gonna laugh. I can't wait. And it's hot as a motherfucker in here right now. It's about to be hot yoga. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers gonna, scroll up. Son, it's about to be fucking death in this motherfucker because of DDP yoga. And he's got different levels to the shit. And I'm only, realistically, I should be.
Shout out DDP yoga.
And this shit, this shit is fucking wild, bro.
We gonna get into it.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe. Oh shit! I just had a hell of an idea.
What?
We can have an episode while doing yoga.
Nigga, want to do an episode? You have the space for all that?
Yeah, nigga, I got the camera shit. We can set the shit up right here. Talking and have an episode while doing yoga. I think it'll be hilarious. And then nigga can do the DDP yoga and die while trying to hold a conversation. I just think that something hilarious will come from that. I'm not saying it would be like a serious episode, but that's just like something that like
niggas
want to see something hilarious.
Warrior 2 and fart.
You just fucking die. Like, you know what? Like, and then remember we wanted to talk about, oh shit, I got the equipment. We can do that eating shit too. Something. We got a whole bunch of shit.
Yes. That was gonna be great. We could definitely do it. All right, we were telling.
Because we got to hit up Corey for that one. Well, one of them, but. You're right.
All right, cue the outro.
Listen, motherfuckers, this has been one hell of a therapy session. I feel good. I feel light right now. It feels motherfucking wonderful. I'm about to have a goddamn power bar. I'm about to go goddamn get my workout on. Listen, big man, Afro man over there, Los, he's about to head on out. Got to live his life. This has been wonderful. I am Dean. That is Afro man Los.
Yo,
we are out of this bitch.
URL right now. Go caffeine today, 4:00, smack. Beasley, y'all doing some shit right now, all right? So caffeine app free, 4 p.m. Summer Madness 10. Summer Madness 10. 10 years.
Really? It's free.
I've been a fan. Yeah, caffeine. I've been a fan since before Summer Madness 1. And this Summer Madness 10.
Well, ain't he getting sued?
We'll talk about that.
What you mean? We'll talk
about that. We'll talk about that.
We'll talk
about that. Listen, because I don't know. Listen, because this is like a battle rap thing, a battle rap topic. You know what I'm saying? So for the average fans that don't know battle rap, they're gonna look at me stupid. You know what I mean? So it's like something you gotta talk about within the culture.
I got you.
I got you. Y'all want to come over? We're gonna do the battle rap. Oh, listen,
well, yeah, we have to definitely talk about battle rap. I'm not really into it, but like that could be an episode that maybe get some common fans into it. We can talk about it because then you have to do that one right where we got to play certain shit. We got to do it. Listen, we'll talk about that. Listen to him, motherfuckers. There's a lot going on. Los and I thought this was gonna go one way and it went a great and completely different way. This is a way to get the juices going. But these are the conversations that him and I have on a regular basis to even prepare certain episodes to have certain kind of topics, so certain kind of things. And we just figured that we're just gonna start giving it to y'all every single week. It'll help y'all. It'll help y'all get to know us more. It'll help us just with a whole bunch of shit y'all have no fucking idea because it's just gonna get deep.
And also if y'all have some ideas, tell us. If y'all like some of the ideas, tell us so that we know.
Let us fucking know.
Like they like the cooking idea. Let's do that. Feel me?
Let us fucking know, son. Like listen. We are down for everything. We are officially self-sufficient in this game, and y'all gonna see what I mean. No, I know we are, but we definitely don't need nobody. That's what I'm saying. We are here now. We still gonna need some shit, but we can do a lot of shit by ourselves. Right. So listen, I am Dean. That is over there is the Afro Man Los. We are about to be out of here. Peace, love, and chicken. We out.
BLM, bitch.
Absolutely.